or hero in the Marcy. Is they're gonna run right into Miracle, and he hasn't skilled anything yet on
Can't reach
the Marcy quite yet, so not gonna get anything out of this.
Bloodseekers matchups this game. I think they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I do too.
If you have BKB and you can stand your ground, you can fight most of these heroes. The Marcy's a little bit of an X factor here. She's very, very strong in just this straight up 1v1 carry situation that could take place, but for me it's more about can the rest of Nigma Galaxy land some key spells, because if they hit a big Illuminate, if they hit a big Wrath of Nature, then all of a sudden this Bloodseeker is just zooming through everyone, right? They definitely have tons of AoE damage and tons of ways of giving Miracle good conditions to run away with it. The downside is Liquid have a lot of healing, which obviously counteracts that part of their strategy, but it's not going to be like instant, huge amounts of instant burst heal. Ench's heal takes time, Dragon Knight's regen takes time, and the IO might get a mech, obviously, but it's
This time around, it's an even split on the bounties, so already started off better here for NGX. And Mickey and Boxy are actually going top lane, so they'll be against the Bloodseeker Jakiro, which means bottom lane is Zion the DK with Insania's Ench versus Mind Control Nature's Prophet and GH's ES.
Yeah, starting with Enchant Totem here. GH just looking to harass a bit and maybe ensure range creeps. A little bit of a bonk and a half on Insania.
Always fun. And mid lane, we're already seeing some action as Nisha using Onslaught onto Sumail. And this is we talked about this matchup already, but I assume mostly just farming based. And both can push the waves pretty well.
Yeah.
So, but not pressuring the tower.
And as soon as Caudle hits level 6, Primal can never kill him, right? If he has ulti ready, you just blind him away. And that's the end of the move. But until then, kind of curious to see how this plays out. Some of Sumail's most standout performances since joining Nigma have actually been on this Caudle, so kind of curious to see if he can really set the tempo for this game.
How's this matchup in the top lane? We're going to see a dispose for Kuro. It gets off the dual breath though. Heals coming out from Boxy, of course. Get a trade as much as they want. But Miracle, one creep away from level 2. Mickey still several creeps. Ice Patch is going to help connect that Blood Right as Miracle is going to continue on here onto the tower, but the Fairy Fire is popped by Mickey, and now Miracle, is he going to die? The tower's going to hit him one more time.
He didn't use it!
And Boxy and company get that kill. And yeah, you're right, the Fairy Fire is still available. Wow.
Maybe he thought he wasn't going to die and just being greedy, but oh no, that's rough. Like, this was actually looking kind of promising, but they overplayed their hand, and now this Marcy lane off to a good start. It's interesting to see Mickey play in the offlane, though. I feel like this is pretty rare for Liquid, right? Like,
yeah.
Not a very common occurrence, but they were trying to perhaps dodge the Dragon Knight versus Bloodseeker matchup, which can be pretty annoying, I guess.
By the way, in the bottom lane, what is Nature's... Does Nature's Prophet even give a crap about Enchantress stealing creeps?
I mean, it makes it harder for him to last hit that Ench keeps taking his trance, right? But he's still going to be able to find farm. Koro's dead top.
Yep, and this... hopefully if you're an NGX fan, this doesn't get any worse. You can try to stem the bleeding, but...
And this is already better than last game.
Yeah, no,
I mean, it really is, though.
Yeah, that was, at this stage, you're like, okay, I think all 3 lanes are winning. Now it's just one.
Yeah.
Liquid. Mid lane,
Sumail's doing very well for
look at the CS. 20 and 5 for Sumail. As we've seen the Blood Right. Not able to connect here, but Ice Path does. Kuroki's taking the most damage out of everybody here. We'll break things up. But yeah, Caudle 22 and 5, 15 and 2 on the Primal Beast. So a good start for Sumail. And a little bit ahead on the XP as well. And this is another lane where Nisha getting the power runes will make a big difference, because Caudle's not exactly one of those hey, I'll help to gank or whatever. He just wants to farm his boots of travel or whatever he's going to go for, but Primal can definitely help the side lanes.
Yeah. Looking for a cute play to come out bottom here. They have the Wildwing Ripper, so they could Hurricane into a Dragon Knight stun.
Yeah, there it is. Hurricane into the DK stun. Very good, Cinderin. Pops the Fairy Fire, does GH, but
not
he
dead
is
yet.
Die eventually. Insania might be the trade.
Pretty good.
Jax will take it. Mind Control on 13 and 4 CS, while Zai is on 19 and 2, so pretty close.
Yeah. DK obviously doesn't care too much about the harass of the Prophet, and considering Mind Control keeps losing a Treant every wave to the Ench, this is not a too tragic scoreline for him.
Oh, good attempt from Nisha to pull the camp. It actually prevents Sumail from getting one extra creep as he makes his way back from the jungle. As you see Kuro die in the top.
Lane's rough.
Yeah.
Miracle's finally going to get his boots now, so he has a little bit more mobility against these two, but unfortunately that death he had under the tower already really set the pace for this lane, and Liquid have just not looked back. They have treads on Mickey, and with the Bassi and headdress on Boxy as well as the stick, they just have so much trading power. He's going to TP mid here onto Nisha.
Yeah, onslaught trample, but like you said, Sumail can just do that. Okay, you're gonna see a kill bottom lane as Insania and Zai continuing to apply a lot of harassment. 5-1 scoreline, already a 2k lead for Liquid, even though it looks better than last game. Maybe starting to trend in their direction. I think mid lane is the only lane that is pretty much a wash. Sumail with a slight lead. Almost has his boots to travel. And he will get the first rune in the
rotation here. Is there anything scarier than a double damage Coddle?
I think he's just going to the jungle.
Yeah, he's just gonna farm.
Little does he know Enchantress is right next to him. Might not be getting all of this CS. Maybe found out by the Centaur, but the War Stomp not in range. Cancels it though, so still available. Either way, forces Sumail out. And now they can scout him out. There's no stacks here. It's Insania, yeah. Just making sure Sumail doesn't get complete free farm in the jungle.
I just realized, I think an added reason, as Kuro dies again, an added reason that Liquid put the Primal Beast mid is his ability to steal Coddle stacks in the jungle. This is something Dragon Knight can't do, so again, the trade-off is, do you want to pressure the tower with DK, or do you want to pressure the farm and the playmaking of the Coddle with the Primal? And I mean, so far it's been working out great for them. This is a pretty meaningful advantage now.
Miracle! Kuro finally TP's in after dying. Sumail TP's in as well. Blinding Light into a big Illuminate. Mind Control is here in addition, so they do find the very juicy kill on the Marcy. And Boxy looks to be next. Meanwhile, you can see that GH did fall in the bot lane. But a worthy sacrifice, as it were.
Sumail with the travels. 7 minutes in.
Not too shabby.
Great travels reveal to get those two there. And they're going to turn into some tower push here with their Prophet as well, and the Jakiro Liquid Fire, but Mick is showing up immediately to try to take care of the big waves and get his level 6 as well. And in the meantime, they're putting some serious pressure bottom. Zai is close to level 6. He's going to get it from this range creep and one more. And then he might just straight away pop the dragon. Probably will. He's going to go on GH.
Well, GH is in quite a bit of trouble, but he does have the tree line advantage.
Yeah. Wrap back around. Tower, though.
He will. So he's going to live. Does cost the tier. Well, I say
showed.
That. He did.
Uh-oh.
And he's going to run right into them. I think he's kind of stuck now. Yeah. Down goes GH. Zai gets the tier 1 and the kill, but it gives enough time for the rest of NGX to try to respond to this.
Don't know if they can kill Zai.
Relatively low HP though. Big Illuminate, so Insania is dead. Yeah, they won't even bother with Zai. Too difficult.
In the meantime, Boxy pushing mid. He's overcharging the ranged creep. For some massive value here. It's a good blind.
Blinding Light into a huge Illuminate.
Oh, the Wrath of Nature, I think, just barely didn't reach in time. There is
Good
thirst on
coordination.
Boxy though, so he does see him on Sumail if he wants to go for a little bit of a cute play here.
It's gonna relocate.
He'll reload.
And Nisha yet to find a kill. I feel like that is actually kind of odd. At this stage, he has at least one kill. But Mikado's been all over the place, super fast. Sumail has the urn as well now. Trying to potentially go on him. But GH Kuro backing up Sumail. This will be difficult to actually find an angle. Nisha is going to be seen by the creep wave as well in a moment. He's going to pull it. On the other side, Miracle's going to show up, has his rupture, onto Nisha, onslaught, but he doesn't get to the low ground. So I think that will spell the end for him. Nisha trying to do as much damage before the inevitable death. Nice kill from NGX. Does require a few bodies, but
MC's toast.
he does die in the meanwhile. That's going to be, I believe, the first unleash of the game. Despite this, Liquid growing their lead. 3k lead right now. Sumail getting nicely blocked by Boxy, but GH has the advantage with the fissure. Zai's in the vicinity as well, but they're going to lose their support.
With Boxy rocking a really early mech here, this is going to become crucial for Liquid's ability to fight against Bloodseeker and Coddle, that they have this AoE burst heal. But not enough to save Insania there. Just took 2 full Illuminates to the face. Just to buy the Tome here on the Ench, I feel like you could give this one to a Core. He might pass it on. I don't think Ench's level 7 is particularly important here, but he will use it.
By the way, Zai is going for a Midas. Let's talk about that in a moment.
Nice Ice Path from
Kuro. Blocks off Nisha. Kuro, he's going to get pulverized and likely killed thereafter.
Good fissure.
Good fissure. Boxy's the only one on the side of Kuro, as GH able to get out of dodge, but do end up finding Kuro and likely the tier 1 tower now.
In the meantime, Sumail looking for the same in mid. He'll push out this full wave and start tanking for siege creep, so yeah, if Liquid don't send heroes into mid, this tower is actually a goner here. Sumail is worried. He's going to TP bot though.
And Mickey wanted to go, and the reload from Boxy is going to ensure the death of mind control. Does have pulverize to finish him off. Sumail though has backup. Of course, the reload back. So all they can go for is Mickey, but that is still a very important kill. No target for rebound here. Ice Path is able to be dodged, but it's only a matter of time. But meanwhile, it feels like there's always a trade being made.
Yeah.
Zai pops the dragon form and forcing the fort for that tier 2.
This was a very good sequence for Nigma though. They got the mid tier 1, they got the kill on the carry, and they're looking for the bot tier 1 now as well with the Nature's Prophet rotating, so definitely keeping their hopes alive and already having much better chance than the previous game. The biggest question mark for me is how do you bring Miracle into the game, because this top lane just went south after that first death he had in the tower.
And he's gonna get stunned.
Might even be in trouble here.
Sania in the area gets off the enchant for another slow. The rupture applied to Zai, but he's fine to just stand still as Miracle looks to be mega dead, and Zai even TP's away because Sumail does not come with a stun.
And Insania's fine too.
And Sania as well. Kuro in the meantime.
Fluffy hat and strength treads.
Always a trade to be made. Nice Sprout blocking off the path of Nisha, but he does have Onslaught in a few seconds. Turns into a pig. Kuro is dead.
And Zai is also pushing mid tower.
Yes, he is.
He's in trouble though.
Is here. Gets off the blind light into the Illuminate. Beautifully done with the Spirit Vessel applied as well. Very good pickup against both the Dragon Knight and the IO. Boxy just barely lives. But he's not healing that much in the fountain next to that Spirit Vessel, but he's not going to...
Sumail is working overtime this game. He's playing super well on this Coddle.
Yes, he is. And we have the rebound. Nisha able to get off the onslaught with the newly picked up drums, doing so much damage. My goodness. Sumail, he's going to get disposed back into the enemy line. And that's a double kill for Nisha. So wrong place, wrong time for Sumail.
And that's big. He was worth so much gold there. Nisha getting the double. I mean, I told you I can literally just curse players. Like, he's working overtime. He's playing so great, dies 5 seconds later. You know, it's just par for the course. It's just standard. MC here in trouble. So I'm sure he's going to survive since I just said that.
Yeah, and there's no pulverize for 9 seconds. So all he can do is right click, but he blocked him in completely. That is unfortunate. 16-8 advantage for Liquid, 3K lead at 14 minutes, which was one. It's 30. God, my percentages are so bad. If it was 100% last game, it would be 33% Cinderin. How much they're getting beat by in comparison. Does that make any sense? That's like
no
typical
but it's
NA math.
fine.
You know what I mean, though. God, it's like 1/3 of the shellacking. That's better.
Okay.
Yeah. That made more sense. I should have led with that. Let's forget everything I said before that.
I do that on the regular. I just blank memory.
Yep. Defrag and reformat. Not in that order, though. That makes no sense.
Thanks again, Shannon.
Yep, thank you. Miracle's starting to catch up a bit. Maelstrom is finally being delivered. My goodness, that is late. Better late than never is what they say.
Yep.
Sai gets that mid tower. That's 3 tier 1 towers for Liquid versus the 2 for NGX. Bro, part of a bit of a D-ward battle here. Insania is here to clean up as well. So Nisha working on a BKB, just about 800 away from finishing. Mind Control has a pipe. We'll be going Maelstrom afterwards.
Oh, I don't know about that build this game.
Oh,
I feel like
into Ice Path. Illuminate coming for Insania. Oh, he gets pushed to the high ground and burns. Burns.
Nisha with the miss. Nice Tumbler's toy as well.
Yeah,
Gets
right
to the low ground for GH.
So GH
That's
trying
the
to create as much
salami.
space.
He's not going to drop the salami.
The pig trample combo, always good. Actually, they're trying to relocate to the other side, but they're in the arms of a lot of NGX, and Miracle gets off the rupture. Nisha's just going to onslaught through it, and Boxy, he's actually going to get out. Unreal.
Yeah.
Attempt from NGX.
Nigma's only reliable stun was dead in the Shaker, so the TP out. Not a problem with Ice Path on cooldown. And they just reset. Yeah, so what I was getting at, I don't know about this pipe on the Prophet, if that's the right go in this game. I think Mind Control has been having success for Nigma by buying these aura builds on his offlaners a lot of the time with like Greaves pipe, but from my perspective, I think they need more damage coming out of the offlaner this game. I think if he has a Maelstrom, if he bought this in Maelstrom into straight Gleipnir, right, he could have almost had a Gleipnir now. It's really good against the Primal Beast, it's really good against the IO, and they get some extra damage to bump up their Bloodseeker to danger, right? But for now, Miracle has just not been an issue.
Are you saying that because... yeah. You're saying that because Miracle just hasn't had a good start to the game.
Exactly. I mean, itemization in Dota is always dynamic, right? Like, conditions are going to change based on how the lanes go. Like, maybe from their idea of how this game should have gone, this might have made a lot of sense, but that's not how things went down, right? Like, and you're obviously communicating and looking at how the game is going, and you know your carry isn't going to offer much. So if your carry can't really fight, and you don't have the damage to really bring the enemy team low with anything else than your Coddle, are you really going to get value out of the pipe? That's just my concern here, that this item will just feel a bit dead, you know?
By the way, what do you think of Nisha? Maybe somebody's done this before. I might have to hold that thought. Smoke from NGX. They see Boxy, but he tethers to safety. He's going phase boots and boots of bearing. That seems a little weird.
It's the most move speed you can get.
I mean, I understand it like from a mechanic standpoint, but it's still, you know, we're in Slack's territory right now with the boots.
Don't worry, he's not going to get any more than those two.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
And he's also getting him in the lanes and not in the jungle. Then it's more forgivable.
True.
Fissure. Ice Path. Dual Breath.
Yeah, and now Max Uproar, ready to go, happy.
Liquid Fire.
Nisha's very happy.
Nisha's caring. Very little.
Yes. It's like Sumail finished a 4-staff and is now going for the Aghanim Scepter. So prioritizing Will-O-Wisp. I mean, it's against a triple melee lineup, so that certainly makes sense. Full core melee. And Maelstrom finally finished on Mind Control. So you think this will be Gleipnir, or do you think it has to stop off with a BKB first?
I would definitely suggest finishing Gleipnir in this game. I just think the item has so much value. But the problem is, maybe it's going to be too late now. Like, if he had it now, it would have been really nice, right? Before BKBs really come out, or rather, 2 of them are out already, but he could have had it before this. So maybe not. I don't know. I feel like you're just kind of gimping yourself, and you're in this awkward position now. And the second consideration is, how good is the pipe just in general? Like, what is it blocking? It's blocking Breathe Fire, some Spirits, and Trample, Pulverize. It's not blocking Marcy very much. A little bit of her magic damage, obviously, but she's mainly about the ult. It does nothing against Ench. I don't know. I don't even know how good the item is this game. I feel like Greaves would have actually been better if you wanted a defensive item.
What do you think of Midas on Zai? Feels like he needs, I mean, with a Primal Beast, that's not really going to be a right-click threat.
I think it makes sense for the Dragon Knight to scale a bit more here. It's good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, okay. Looking for a pick. Not going to find it there. Sumail and GH hiding in the trees. Zai might pursue.
Okay.
Rebound is there. They find GH, and they see Sumail. Oh boy, he forced that the wrong way. And he's just going to get bursted from 100 to 0 by Mickey. GH does get out.
Kuro is going to get...
Yeah, that's death.
I feel like there might have been a Monty Python skit with this. Just some sort of squealing pig trampling over people.
That would be fitting.
That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of the rabbit.
Dire's top tower
I'm gonna make a lot of people mad, Cinderin, and it's very ironic that I'm talking to you about this. I don't think I've ever seen Monty Python before.
That's okay.
Really?
Yeah, I don't judge you.
I'd be really angry.
That's fine. You can.
When you said you'd never seen The Matrix, I got quite angry.
I have seen The Matrix, but just the first one.
Okay, that wasn't the one I was thinking of then. There was some movie. So ridiculous you hadn't seen it.
But then I asked you, and you said you've never played Zelda. So I was like, I mean, are we even then? Nisha?
Into the Roche Pit.
Just
Liquid
TP
goes. Miracle. Okay, bead. Yeah, the TP is fine for Nisha. The ultimate counter to Bloodseeker doesn't cost too much gold, you know?
GH has reached an important timing. Now he's level 10 with the Fissure Damage talent and Dagger, so teamfight potential is there for Nigma, but the challenge is to play around the BKBs that Liquid have, and Liquid's lead is again reaching pretty monumental levels. Very impressed with how much they've managed to grow their lead in the last 5 minutes, because it feels like it was just a blink of an eye ago that they had a 1k lead. Now we're up to 9 plus Aegis.
Yeah.
Step by step, being methodical on the map, winning engagements, out farming. It's just all of the little things adding up and up and up.
Yeah, Nisha getting kind of close to his Lincoln, so that's going to be an issue for Mr. Miracle until he can get that level 25 talent, or the Refresher, both of which are very far away. Foxy has his mech. Mickey has had the Battle Fury and BKB for a while. Went Yasha, so he's going S and Y. I would assume for the status resist against Bloodseeker's Rupture, but we'll see as the initiation onto Miracle. And here comes the Piggy, the big bad Piggy. Kuro's dead as well. So 2 quick kills for Liquid, and another tier 2 in peril.
Big bad golden piggy boy.
Big juicy Piggy.
It looks pretty cool. Pig pull with BKB actually looks pretty dope.
And the fact that he hasn't upgraded to tier 2s yet goes to show how much he wants it. Mind control.
Pulver.
I could be able to
pretty slow reload here. Is they gonna get Dragon Tail? Oh, hello.
I don't think Io has Dragon Tail. I could be
They're
wrong.
not getting a Dragon Tail. This is not ability draft.
Yeah. And Zai is opting to go for, I was going to mention this earlier, I think this is a good game to get Aghanims. If you get Ruptured, you can just terrain walk and just sit on the top. Okay. Position it correctly. Always a good tag to get. Plus the slow for Bloodseeker helps.
Nature attend us.
GH gets off a fissure, but Nigma are playing a bit scared, as they probably should be. Because Mickey's hooked up to Boxy, takes the tome. They really want to get him to that level 3 ult.
Mickey gonna break the smoke.
He's gonna run right into them. They actually get
this
him.
This is not gonna end well.
Yeah, he's not gonna pop the BKB yet.
They cannot take this fight now. They have to get out of here. And they will.
Good though.
They got for Aegis. That's pretty solid.
Best usage if you're.
So don't overextend there.
Blink Dagger on GH. Picking up to Insania is Boxy. There's the Gleipnir that was actually dodged. Wait, was that a Gleipnir?
Yeah,
yes.
He glimmered it.
Bottom lane. And Control wants to push, but Zai's gonna show himself, so instantly thwarted. So 12k lead. Oh, Echo Slam used just to get the stun lock on to Mickey. He gets Ice Path after the fact. He's gonna pop his BKB and his ult, trying to man fight his way through this, but it's not gonna happen. NGX get a very valuable kill, and Nisha actually should try to counteract this, but he's gonna have to attempt to run away with MC. Actually, he's gonna get the kill on Miracle with the trample.
They might not get more.
Yeah, they might not. Luminate doesn't really do too much, as NGX lose 2 after the fact. And you can see Nisha still wants to fight, has 5 uproar charges ready to go. Sumail with a nice blinding light. Here comes the trample again. The Piggy's doing a lot of damage to mind control. They finally take out the pesky IO. Force staff for mind control, not going to save him. Onslaught through. Now just kind of playing with his food here. He's not going to be able to do too much damage to Nisha as the drums are popped. Pulverize is available. But the Solar Bind, enough to keep Nisha at bay.
Zai's just jungling with his Midas. It's just... The contrast is just funny to me. It's just in the enemy triangle farming.
I'll take that.
A little bit of a glimmer of hope there from Nigma in that fight. I actually thought that was going to look even better than it did, considering they killed the Marcy for free to start, but Nisha too strong with BKB and Lincolns. He's super tanky. He's now going to solo up Kuro. Just trying to have a chill time in the middle lane on the dragon, but... Did you know that dragons actually were eradicated by dinosaurs?
Yeah, that's
you did
cool.
Know.
I definitely knew that. That's real. Zai pops the BKB, focusing on Sumail. Is already at half HP, and here comes the big juicy Nisha, and they take out the mid laner. That is a big fight going the way of Liquid. They get 4. So back to your lore of dinosaurs. What was it?
Dinosaurs and dragons.
Yeah. Okay, back to the game.
Yep.
Very deep lore. Very deep and interesting lore that you have here. Fortifications pop, but Mickey still with the Unleash going, and this is going to be a Setarax. That's a very satisfying sound, isn't it?
Yep, the one I made, right? Not the game one.
They sound. You must have did the sound effects for it.
Yeah.
It's identical.
Alright, well that's Lane of Barracks. Now, I did tell you before this game that this was going to be a better game for Nigma, and I was technically correct. They're still getting owned, though.
Yeah, this is now a shellacking, but it was better.
I also feel like this went worse than I was expecting based on the first, like, 10 minutes. Like, they just got outplayed at every turn. Once again, Liquid just too good. Moving their heroes better. And it...
Moving their heroes better.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about IO though, and Nigma more than any team in the world should know this. Why this hero, what this hero offers, and why Liquid are using it the way that they are. And the approach that Nigma had to it just hasn't solved it this game. So, I really feel like Liquid right now. I mean, is this their 4th game in a row that we cast where they first pick IO and they just stomp all of them?
Yes.
Like,
I'm surprised nobody's banned it yet.
I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Yes. Pattern is something to do with dinosaurs and
Yes.
dragons. As Zai has his Aghanim Scepter now, just a creep or two away from hitting 18. There he goes. So now the black dragon has cometh.
Oh shit. The one dragon that could survive.
The lone dragon, the only way
The
they could
dinosaur. The dinosaur age.
have... Yeah.
The lone survivor Zai. And you know why they survived the dinosaur age, this particular dragon?
Because he melded with a human.
Because he can fly over trees, and dinosaurs can't climb trees.
But some can fly, like pterodactyls, for example.
Yeah, they aren't big enough, though.
Okay, Zai's already at half HP. There's the Will-O-Wisp being shown by Sumail. Rupture to follow. Bloodright's going to connect, but the reload back to base. Heal
This
up,
is the other
young
reason
dragon.
that this particular dragon survived the dinosaur age. It actually just got relocated away.
Yeah, it made friends with a spirit
Yep.
that has no face and no voice. It does like Portal, which is really random, but they do. And they also like the Aztecs. There's another cosmetic. I think it's Aztec, right? Mayan, maybe?
Yeah. This is a fast primal beast.
Yeah, this makes me want to buy Boots of Bearing on this hero now.
Don't you feel like the animation for tramples, the speed of the animation should scale with your move speed so that you slam your hands faster? You know, the sound plays faster, but the arm movement is the same.
Yeah, I think
You know what I mean?
Valve need to do something
You're
about
like going
that. That is...
bong, 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 but the arms are moving at half the speed. It's disconnected. I want parity. I want it to make the sound when the fists are hitting the ground.
I agree. I think I know why they didn't put that in, and you can maybe use your imagination why that is. As mind control, and uses Gleipnir, getting pursued. Nice sprouts, but Nisha's here as well. He dead. I think the arm motion might be the issue. The faster you go, I was trying to promote longevity in certain activities. Insania is actually building a moon shard after a hurricane spike. Zai, he is ruptured. He doesn't care. He can be popped by Miracle attempting to TP out. So Mail is gonna die. Miracle does not. Bakuro, that's his 10th death of the game.
See, I told you, another dead dragon.
You called it. But what species is Primal Beast?
He's a dinosaur.
Is he a dinosaur?
That was the entire joke.
Oh, I thought you were talking...
What are the dinosaurs in this game?
It actually makes sense now. Well, why is he a dinosaur?
Man, you're hard to work with sometimes, but we try.
I mean, it is 7 in the morning, you know?
A
little late.
You'll get some
or
sleep.
late.
It's okay.
Well, 2 sets of racks for liquor. I was thinking Marcy the whole time. She's kind of a dinosaur.
Marcy is the dinosaur.
Yeah, I just leaked another thing from the upcoming patch.
Ah, yes.
She's gonna get a new Aghanim Scepter that makes her a dinosaur. Makes sense with her lore and everything, of course, because dinosaurs also cannot speak.
I mean, considering basically nobody buys her Ags or her Shard most of the time, might as well go wild, right?
Yeah, I don't see why not. It also spices up
Insania,
the cosplay
farming
action.
Roche.
Yeah, he's out of mana.
Damn,
now,
he's
though.
out of mana. Alright, Magic Stick.
Oh, there
Give
we
him
go.
more mana boxy.
That's good. That's a good clean boy. Meanwhile, bottom lane. Gleipnir's gonna hold Nisha in place, but he has that 15 talent from a million years ago to dispel himself, so...
Zai standing still.
And another death. Alright. This is getting out of hand. Rupture again onto Zai. But like I said, terrain walk is a beautiful thing. Aegis on Insania. So they're trying something new. He's trying out the position 1 roll a bit.
Nice Manta Dodge in the Fissure from Zai.
What a god.
A real gamer moment. Can't go for the tier 3 though. They still have a tier 2 bot to get through. But what if we just run at them in the fountain, says Insania?
Yeah, because they know that they will not GG out until all are dead. They're going to be in their fountain now. Insania is doing so much damage. And the buildings are melting, but still no GG, because anything is possible. Servers may crash. Valve may intervene. NGX may not lose this game. Yes, they will. Will-O-Wisp is popped. They're not able to get any kills as of yet under the fountain, but the dispose out. Miracle actually blocked out by his own Sprout. He's going to get a kill. All right, the dive is coming. Echo Slam onto 2. 3 are dead. The Ancient at half HP. They did not GG for a reason, Synderen. The Aegis consumed. Now Insania. Will he die?
Insania. Second life.
Yes, he will die. 4 dead. NGX. Let's see how much gold they got out of that.
About 10k.
Let's see.
I think they were 31
4K.
behind, roughly.
It's net worth 4k. The net difference.
They gained 5.5, and Liquid lost 1.7. So that's like, yeah, 7.5, I guess. Wait, weren't they 30k ahead? Anyway.
We were too busy talking about dinosaurs.
Zai 1v5 will kill GH.
Okay, that happens from time to time.
He is
Zai is
avoiding every spell. He's gonna kill
This is
Coral.
like a custom minigame here.
Happening? This is like a superhero
How many things
montage.
can you dodge? Uh-oh, Boxy, wrong place, wrong time. He got his IO killed. Sumail, though.
Ghost Scepter.
Zai wants to kill him.
He's
Still in
gonna
that
kill
DD rune. Get to the high ground if he wants. Miracle. No rupture this time. Zai pops the BKB. Gets bashed, though. Going to the high ground. Illusion continuing to do damage to Sumail, and he finds the kill. They cannot deal with the dragon.
Alright, I'll say one thing. This late game's delivering. This is actually really funny. Holy, that's a Giga Chad move. Right there. Only hero alive. He kills Shaker, he flies around, he kills Jakiro, continues, and then kills the Coddle. With a little bit of help from IO.
Yeah, Liquid are definitely having fun now. I mean, do you take this personally if you're NGX?
Take it personally?
Yeah, they put the Aegis on Ench. You know, they're goofing around.
I don't know. I don't think they're doing it particularly because it's against Nigma.
No. I'm just saying.
So,
Like,
in that sense, you can't really take it personally, right?
well, you can take anything personally. I think we've learned that.
That's true.
And I think if I was,
I don't think they're taking it personally.
if I was on NGX, I would get mad about this so I could use it as motivation in my next series. Like stuff like that, I think does make a difference. We see it in traditional sports all the time. Of course, them not GGing out could also be considered bad manner. So you can look at the other way. Liquid are just getting enraged. So this will force them to try to get the mega creeps,
Oh,
or
shit,
never
that's a
mind.
lot of
They're just going in
dragons.
deep, right on top of the Ancient.
5
There's the
dragons.
Pulverize and the dragons. There's too many to count. They're
More
certainly not
dragons.
extinct anymore. They're just focusing down the buildings while the rest dive the fountain. Mickey will solo it out. A lot of damage being done by NGX, but it's not going to matter. The game is over because it was over again. Or this
Mickey
time it was
wants to
over
go
50.
for coffee. The entire
GG's
team is
finally
having
coming.